Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Summit 5 American Qualifiers. We're here in the grand finals of this first phase. Friendship, dedication, love, facing off against InFamous, the Battle of the Giants, North America versus South America. We're doing it. I'm super excited. Lyrical Dota joined today by MotPax. Sir, how are you feeling?
I'm ready. I'm kind of wondering who's going to make their way into Party with the Big Boys. Try and make their way into that glorious little Summit number 5. Come hang out, come party, be part of the experience that is being offered up there for the past 4 iterations. Going on, it's number 5. And so far, not too many surprising things, right? A pretty pesky Alchemist, Bandit, Bounty Hunter, the IO, also taken away. And there goes the Doom. Okay, so everyone's pretty much covered now, just the Beastmaster.
I mean, they know what's going to happen. This is sort of the bread and butter of what we've been seeing throughout almost all of the regions. The big one that's missing right now is the Beastmaster, so he is going to be available if they want to try and run him. Other one is the Slardar. Is there one of those in particular that you feel like you want to run, or is it just dependent upon what other heroes you want to combo with it together?
Well, I know FDL don't actually pick the Beastmaster all that much from what I've seen, but I guess they're going to go for it now. So there you go. But like I know in Camel Cup they didn't even pick it once. It was probably just banned out every time. So that generally does take a factor, and they would prefer the Doom over it in the situations where it was left over, and that's a little bit understandable. But there's the Slardar, and there's that Oracle, who's very handy for countering up those Beastmaster boars and hawks early on.
I just noticed they have a stand-in on FDL. I did not realize that previously. Esiago fan. I'm wondering, who is that? There might be somebody. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to find out, but maybe we'll come to some type of understanding throughout the course of this game. But yeah, they end up going back for the Slardar now, and interestingly enough, we're going to be seeing the Oracle taken by InFamous. This is putting a little bit of my spidey senses a tingling. This might be a Huskar game if they want to run it. This is something that they've done a couple of times with the Oracle.
Yeah, now you got me all curious. Let's see. They're from Canada.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know who it is.
That's Arteezy, right?
One of his names was Bisa playing the carries. At least he's familiar with the, what needs to be named himself. I guess it is. Well, I mean, Bisa's here, so. All right. Well, who knows?
Maybe they're just tagged up differently. It's a different account or something like that. We'll sort it out for the next game. Never fear, guys. But with the Nature's Prophet taken, this, I mean, whenever I see Nature's Prophet Beastmaster, this just sort of tells me that it's probably going to be the Beastmaster in the jungle. Is there any way in which they try and run that Nature's Prophet anywhere besides like the off lane? Maybe thinking about the safe lane or possibly sending it towards the mid. Like he's a very versatile hero, but you don't see those other positions all that often.
I'm actually just noting that it does look like it is MJW, so we're good. Don't have to worry. No panic, guys. He's going to be on the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah,
everything's going to be
then.
fine. Sorry, I was still researching that. What was the question?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, is there any chance that you run Nature's Prophet anywhere else? But no, definitely not with MJW being the person who's gonna be playing it. That's sort of his bread and butter. It's his go-to hero that he plays all the time. And we saw yesterday just able to do a great job shutting down their opponents at enemy GG. It was a really couple of great displays from him.
Yeah, he had some pretty sick plays during those fights and taking some time with the second phase bans. There it goes, the Dragonite. It tends to be the one banned out these days if you just don't want to deal with all that heavy push. Beastmaster, Nature's Prophet, no surprise there. Could also ban out the Viper, potentially. Yep. And the other thing is Beast's hero's still not there. And we've seen that Anti-Mage banned out a couple times during the second phase, just because you don't want to hand that one over.
Right.
And then the Slark, too, also being available.
You know, I wonder if InFamous would feel comfortable. Like this to me looks like they could go for the double bluff and try and take the Dragonite out of the pool and then go back later on for that really early pushing core if they wanted to, because seeing that the Beastmaster has been taken with the Nature's Prophet, that signals that he's going to be in the jungle. If they run something like a Huskar, do you think that's capable of punishing it? All right, well they're going to ban it. Yeah, they don't want to have to deal with the shenanigans.
Yeah, they don't want to leave those two. They already have the Oracle, right? So
yeah.
Don't want them going Dazzle, Oracle, and Huskar. I wouldn't mind a ban out on that Earth Spirit as well from Matthew. He had a pretty sick game, if I recall correctly, for our last game the other day versus Kingdom. It was where he was all over the map. Matthew's making the plays, and they took the win with that one with the greedy Spectre.
Yeah, that was really strong. We've seen Greedy sort of switch up positions depending upon which role they want to go. Also saw him play a Death Prophet previously, which is incredibly strong as well. And I believe that Harim here is Kateru Hayama. It looks like it's the same avatar that he had previously, and it's just ended up getting switched. So we'll see. There's the potential that that could be it. But we're also going to see the Lycan band out. So a lot of these heavy pushing heroes. And it seems like they just don't want to end up having this Oracle punished. That's one of the ways that you can really shut down an Oracle is just by starting to take down those towers and push it into the mid-game team fights before Oracle comes online.
Yeah, it's true. We've all seen that annoying state where he's like level 9 and just backing up those cores that are just kind of peaking at 10 and 11. And along those lines, that Slard are included. I think in terms of the NA games that we've been watching, it has mostly been the offlane Slardar, so excited to see what kind of a core they want to pair up with him as he gets a little bit of roll in there on that Oracle, maybe a Sven against the Nature's Prophet and the Beastmaster. The other big stuff for them, they did run the Axe as well the other day. They've had a couple of, out there picks.
Yeah, it depends on sort of what it is that they want to go for. I like an Axe this game with all the summons they're going to have, but they are going to ban out, at least for the moment, that Death Prophet, which is the other nice combo. Like we talked about it, Greedy played it previously, and if you're able to pair that with an Oracle, it really does just become a very hard hero to pull down who's already just a huge damage dealer. I also wouldn't mind a Wind Ranger eventually. That wouldn't be too terrible out of Infamous. It's one of the few times where I feel like that hero is capable of doing a lot is when it's paired with the Slardar.
Yeah, if they don't pick Puck right now for FDL as well, they could go like Puck Slark as the last two, or Puck whatever else is left. And I'd be feeling pretty. I feel like Puck Slardar is such a great combination for like that big double jump, good AoE control, but also solid damage from the Slardar.
5 seconds.
I think FDL could do a lot of work with it too, though.
They could also go like Puck Spectre. That's the other matchup that we've seen where you can just snowball so rapidly with the Desolate damage that comes out and being able to keep those heroes hemmed in with the Dream Coil. You're in such big trouble. But for now, at least, it looks like they're going to continue with the Witch Doctor. Strong laning support. This is a lot of sort of what's the word I'm looking for here?
Defensive, like it looks like a Huskar draft. Honestly, if he hadn't been banned out, it's something where you're expecting maybe that position 1 to be extremely core to your draft. But he's good for the anti-push. He has some synergy with just the overall lockdown of like a Starter, and then some secondary controlling hero will be really good. Just give him some space and a little bit of time to keep that Death Ward channeling.
I wonder if they go like, is there any way that this could translate into a Drow
They need
draft?
Disruptor. I feel like, for Infamous, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But go for the Bane, actually.
Radiant team.
A little bit of that more tanky core can mess around in the mid lane if you want to, or just zone out the off lane really effectively. I feel like this is such a great hero against Slardar. Like if they pick a Sven now also into this, all of a sudden you have the Nightmare into a Stormhammer rotation from Nature's Prophet or the Beastmaster out of the jungle, and that is going to be one dead Slardar. That could be really strong if they want to go for it. And I like the idea that you mentioned of the Disruptor if they want to take that as well, but Infamous doubling down Batrider, it's got to be something with a lot of damage. This is the style that Infamous like to play, though.
Yeah, just let your position 1 be at Kataro on his Huskar or something else. Try and take over the whole game. It almost looks like that enemy draft where they had the Terror Blade, honestly. I'm going to something super mega carry team oriented.
Yeah. I mean,
Still missing
Spectre...
a mid and a carry, though, for FDL.
Oh, yeah. Well, what do they've got? Invoker is always a great option if they wanted to take that with the Beastmaster. You're able to pair together Aurora with the Sunstrike. They're going to take the Lifestealer for themselves. That was something I was kind of wondering about Infamous, but it didn't feel like it carried hard enough. So they're going to take it for themselves, and now you've got the ability to have 2 globally teleporting heroes. It's pretty good.
Yeah, we saw some Bane setups for like the IO relocate. This time it'll be the Infest global TP or something here. A little bit of a strat. But I don't know. I don't know who you really want to match up in the mid lane against the Batrider. Like some teams maybe would go for a PL.
Ooh.
I think they're lacking pretty heavily in the control though. Like so the Puck's still standing out here for me for CC. I think if you're Infamous, you have to ban the Puck just because of how good it is with Lifestealers, that natural, of course, carrier, and then you don't have the first pick coming out. So, although, well, they already have their mid too, so they don't really need Puck anymore.
I really think that if they go Puck or Invoker, they're going to feel pretty comfortable with that in their draft. I really like the FDL draft already. The only question, they do ban out that Puck that you're talking about. The only question that comes up to me is like, if they're able to hit a timing here, InFamous, that comes before all of the heroes of FDL come online. Like, if they run a drow on InFamous, I think that might be one of the ways that they abuse this this 4-position Beastmaster. I'm assuming it's going to be 4-position at this stage.
Yeah, for sure.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I kind of like the in a less risky route. I do like the Spectre too, but if they want to swing, flip the switch, go all aggro, Drow is definitely a good way to do it. Turns those mega defensive supports in the Oracle and the Witch Doctor, who, hilariously enough, although they're of course known for their sustain, they're actually two of the supports that we have that are like the best right clickers. Right, that early high damage and the crazy base attack time for Oracle. He's the same as Juggernaut, I think, at the 1.4, and that Puck ban, it's the other option. It's the Invoker going mid up against that Bat Rider. Could go across Exort to help like complement the push continuously with the Beastmaster and the Nature's Prophet, or if he really felt like they needed it, depending on this last pick, they could also head into something like that Quaswex, like be it maybe like the Wraith King that we saw from a couple teams lately.
I think that either way that they go with it, I almost don't even care what the InFamous last pick is. I think I'm taking FDL over them because, like you said, if he goes Quaswex here, they're going to be able to hold out pretty effectively against the InFamous push.
What about an AM? Would that be enough to change your mind?
That might, yeah, that might be enough to change my mind. It's
no solid lockdown besides Roar.
That might be what they need. And it really depends on how they want to play the game. Something like a Drow or something like one of those other heroes that comes online very quickly wouldn't necessarily be it. Slark might be able to do it as well, but that feels like a really hard game to play as well.
It feels like the go-to, though. I have to admit, if I'm sitting here as a captain saying, okay, like, what are we good at? What do we play well around? The Slark seems like something that I could see coming out here for InFamous. And with two defensive supports, like, Slark can struggle a little bit at the start.
Oh.
But they go back for the Sven. Okay.
I don't know about that.
It's going to be a lot of pressure on the Bat Rider at the Slider. Try and get some good setups, it feels like.
I think he goes Armlet, though. Sven.
Yeah, could go Armlet. Could probably going to need that Helmet Dominator to get those stacks going.
That's true. Well, we'll see how it goes. They're going to put it all in on the Sven right now, and of course a hero that teams have done a lot to try and sort of shut down the ability to take those stacks. So I'm really curious to see how InFamous end up trying to execute this draft, but I've got to say that I'm favoring FDL based upon the drafts mainly. As far as the two teams are concerned skill-wise, I think it's closer than most people would expect. I think some people, given InFamous's recent performances, might not have completely taken them to this, but they've really shown their stuff in these Summit 5 qualifiers. I've been very impressed with them.
Yeah, and it is only a best of 3. It's not like a best of 5 or anything, despite it being kind of a grand final, especially for the teams that all entered in here, of course. Even though they're just going to another qualifier, still gotta feel good. I forget who it was that was tweeting about qualifiers for qualifiers. Getting a little bit tired of playing through those, but that's just the scene as it is right now, right? We got a lot of Tier 1 teams, we've got Tier 2 teams, and there's a plethora of these Tier 3 teams that kind of pop up for the open qualifiers, try and stick around, see if they can make their way into a couple of these lower tier tournaments.
Yeah.
Gotta slog through them.
I mean, you get a couple of good results beating down some of those other ones, and maybe you end up being able to pick up a sponsorship. By the way, Franz, no axe build again. You don't get those until you level up Whirling Axes, apparently. Or Wild Axes, excuse me. Whirling Axe is a whole different thing. That's Whirling Death and something else. But
how is he doing that? I gotta know, like, how can I get Axis Beastmaster?
He just punches
something
people.
I don't know.
It's pretty
It's
cool.
so great.
It's good things. MJW over here ends up buying a new cosmetic recently, apparently. I think that he was the one that had the Scythe of Ice the other day. Just waiting right now for the pause to finish up, as the last couple of players from InFamous are going to be into this draft. So is there any way that maybe we try and see like an aggressive tri-lane coming out from InFamous? I'm wondering like what their plan is. Can they try and disrupt the jungling that comes out from the Beastmaster, or what do you feel like their goal is going to be this game?
No, I think just playing it safe down in the bottom more than likely. They're going to need to be creating that space for Greedy so that he can farm up in the jungle. Like, they need the defensive supports down here so they can actually be stacking these camps to keep the Bat Rider very relevant during this game. His mid should be fine, but you certainly want those camps to go back to get that first blink dagger, and he kind of has to get his blink and get a couple pickoffs with that using the Slardar too, and then that's going to help propel the Slardar into his blink, and that while like Sven will just be farming away, get the helm, get some stacks, and I do like the idea of that early armlet because it's risky, but the crazy amount of damage you get, plus 2 defensive supports with both the Voodoo Restoration as well as the False Promise, the Purifying Flames coming out. It could be a great way for them to get ahead of this draft of FDL, despite it looking like it's going to be coming online a lot earlier.
Yeah. I would agree, and I think that I'm also, as I think more about this lineup and the way that it's going to work, like you really need to try and make a lot happen before the supports on FDL get 6. You've got the Beastmaster with the War Pierce's BKB, you've got the Bane who's going to be able to get Nightmare before Sven gets BKB, and then afterwards you still got Fiend's Grip, the Sunstrike goes through it, they've got Cold Snap, they've got Sprout, like on top of that, even Open Wounds from Lifestealer, all of these things just destroy Sven and his capability to do a whole lot. So I really think that like maybe even you try and play this Sven like you play the Huskar and go Armlet first before Brown Boots. I don't know if that's really a possibility, but it feels like they have to do something different this game just based upon the heroes that FDL have. It counters Sven so well.
Well,
I love the sword that he's got, by the way. I don't know if this is the normal cosmetic or not, but it's just the normal one. I just love Sven, apparently. Look at that. The way that he's holding it, it's like got a little circle in it, and he's going to just pound people. It's good stuff.
it's kind of freaky. I like that immortal shield that he has, because he just spends the whole game using the shield.
He doesn't have the
It's like-
immortal on mine. Does he?
Yeah, no, he doesn't. But I was just saying, like the Sven one, like
Yeah.
when he actually has it, it's so like. I don't know. Why does he use the shield the whole game? Is it that good? It's like all he punches people with. Is that actually that's the default sword, is it?
Yeah,
It's like one of those things you just never get to see.
I know. It's weird stuff. Who needs cosmetics, guys? We got the base models. They're too good. What is this Nature's Prophet one? Of course, the normal pause that starts out. I have to play my double duties as an admin as well as a caster right now, so keeping eyes on that. Is there anything else that we can really talk about while we're waiting? Enigma?
Effigies, duh.
Yeah, there you go. Comma boys from Bang. It's like, it's okay, guys. We're gonna be fine. I promise. Don't worry.
Why is there like things coming out of the Tidehunter?
Where's
Are
the
you
Tide
seeing
Hunter
like
one?
there's like? Are you seeing like big things coming out of like the top of them, like
got
little
some-
glowing spirits?
Yeah, he's got some bad breath. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
It's disgusting. Gotta get him some mints, man. Some Tic Tacs.
Where is Blue indeed?
Is that the Morphling?
No, that's Tidehunter.
Oh, that's Tide. The Morphling on the other side, the A, Lamau. It's pretty good.
I didn't see that one. I like the XDs from the... Alright, well, apparently we didn't need to pause. Oh, God. Oh, every problem in esports is through miscommunication.
A.
Alright, where's the Morphling one?
On the far right. In the front.
In Radiant?
Nope, Dire. Up here.
Okay,
It's my little thing.
let's see him.
It's got that bent over posture.
Whoa. This is a cool guy. What is happening in this game right now? Are we waiting? Alright, no, we're not waiting. Oh, God. Come on, guys. Don't do this to me. We still got some more games to cast here.
Alright, they both said go. So, like, someone... Oh, no, only one of them said go, I see. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're good. That is 2 teams pressing the G key. They have then subsequently hit enter. Oh, now 3 Gs in a row. I think that means we're good.
Oh, my God.
Maybe a 4th for good measure.
I just realized, I think this Storm Spirit one might be my favorite effigy ever. Let's Tango by
Oh,
CC&C.
man. He's got a nice dance move going right there.
Oh, my God.
Damn.
I just clicked on the Dire Ancient. That's not what I wanted to do.
He probably uses that to try and get his supports to pool him for mid.
Let's Tango! Reminds me of The Mask, that Jim Carrey movie from a while ago. So good. Somebody stop me!
Just a little while ago. When was that? Last year?
Yes.
That was a pretty recent one, right? I think I saw that in 3D at the local
Yeah.
IMAX.
It's true. It's good stuff. Can you imagine that movie in 3D? That'd be ridiculous.
That'd be terrifying. That's one of those movies that I found really like scary.
Really?
Well, I mean, in general, it's kind of a freaky looking movie when you're like a little youngling.
Yeah, that's true. A youngling? Isn't that what they call kids in Star Wars?
Yes, I was just trying to keep on going with the movie train.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, pauses do this to people. All right,
It's
on the dire side.
Yeah.
For FDL, it's gonna be Stan King
Oh,
on the
good
position
stuff.
7 Bane.
Oh, good
As
stuff.
he always plays his heroes.
I know that's
Franz.
the thing we've always seen with him is like it was the Witch Doctor before he played Lion yesterday. He just never gets any farm really, except when he was able to get like that triple kill at the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, he's mega poor. Franz jungling Iron Talon. Bisa playing the Life Stealer. Carry. CC mid. On the Evoker, and then look who it is! It's MJW on the Nature's Prophet. Can I get a bounty rune here? No. Starhammer thrown out. That is just like really needs that thing. It's 2/3 of a mango. That's worth, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I mean, it hurts. It's a lot of mana to use, and that's one of the problems that they're going to run into is they need to be able to get these mana boots up relatively quickly before things go awry. But yeah, mid lane, he's already got his magic stick up and ready to go. We'll see if Greedy's going to be able to have a decent time. Are we going to see the null tally drop on the ground? That occasionally does end up happening in these types of games. I don't know. I like also Stan King. He steps over there and blocks off the range creep from going forward.
Gotta get those top tier plays in. Just like Franz is right now. Top tier. Look at this. Look at this jungling. Just killing creeps.
Just punching
like
people.
tweets. All in one, right here.
Does he actually have a cosmetic that makes that happen? It doesn't look like he just has one, but it's just pauldrons. Weird.
I mean, it's always him though.
Yeah.
It's gotta be something.
Oh my god, the bounce also from the Witch Doctor. Got in like 3 or 4 extra right clicks onto MJW. He ate his RNG flakes this morning. So as far as these lanes are concerned, like we're already seeing that this Batrider's been able to do so much against this Invoker, and with the creep wave moving back under tower, he's been able to go for 7-0 versus the 3-0. Is this sort of normal if he's able to get all these stacks up onto the Invoker?
I suppose so. He went for the full magic wand, so at the beginning there's not too much you can do, right? You're an Evoker, don't have too much in your arsenal, but as he starts to get a couple levels added up, it's get a little bit more difficult for Greedy. Still, I would call it a little bit impressive though. It's always kind of hard to get your last hits as a Batrider. Base damage is just so low, but that null helping out. And Bisa not gonna end up getting crushed there.
Yeah.
He's fine.
They got eyes on him. What do you think about this dual offlane that we've got here? It's Matthew as well as Bang who are going to try and level a little bit of damage. They've got the Purge as well as the Purifying Flames that can come through on the Stomp. This to me feels like it could be dangerous if you're not careful.
Yeah, it could be a pretty heavy burst. Yeah, is he even going to get this rune? Yo, game is over. GG.
Stuff. Of course, you've still got the mid lane matchup. I mean, a bottle is eventually going to come online for Batrider. I don't play the mid Batrider all that often. Is that what we see out of him, or is it more along the lines of just trying to get items that are sort of threatening kills as they're going to find Franz in the jungle?
Oh yeah, definitely bottle, for sure. And yeah, so the fact they've gone with this dual offlane, trying to guarantee that farm on the slider, kind of similar to the oh jeez, Bang. So I'm talking about the slider. He's tangled up with double boar right now and still trying to take these last hits. Mess with Franz. This is kind of interesting. He's just down here doing his thing. I guess he feels like he can do more currently than if he was with the Oracle.
I guess. Bane is always going to be a problem with the Nightmare, but now you're looking at the situation where they've got everything that they need. Oh, that's why. Okay, you can purge off open wounds. That's pretty good. Bottom lane, they're still going to be taking a little bit of damage with the Maledict from Nature's Prophet, but going to be fine for the moment. And you look at this lane, they're going to just run down Stan King. He might be in trouble. They do have another crush in a second, and don't end up leveling it against him. That's actually going to be first blood going the other way. Oh, no. That was not meant to be. And now he doesn't have enough mana either. They're going to Sunstrike, and Matthew's going to go down. Ugh.
Yeah, a little bit of a desync there when it comes to the skill sets. Not having those available. Bane will then deny himself. Wait, where did he...
It was the large camp over here.
Why is this sentry down and this sentry still in here?
I don't know. They must not have dewarded it. They might have placed it and then gotten like zoned out potentially.
Yeah, like it was just new, so Stankin comes back for it now.
Okay.
Just if he'd done that before he denied himself, he could have, like the camp would be there. But either way, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Dealt with now.
again, I mean, it doesn't really change the whole dynamics of this game, which is that it comes down to Sven being able to get a lot early, and maybe going to be a little bit more difficult to make that happen if the Slardar doesn't end up having a good time in lane, but he's still stuck at level 2, and while Oracle does have 3 and a little bit more damage with that Purifying Flames, I'm not sure if it's going to end up being enough.
Yeah, Beast is level 5. It's kind of scary. And speaking of which, Franz also level 5.5. Wow,
oh my god.
Is just like so busted right now. He's got that casual headdress, boots, and the smoke, and he can just go top lane, get a kill for Bisa. They have the Oracle, who's like fantastic, I guess, in a lot of situations versus the Beastmaster, not only because of the boars, but because of the ulti, and I highly doubt they can do anything to Bisa here. And that was the Purge, right? So,
yeah.
Go, go, go.
Gonna run down Bang. They realize he's gonna be there. Oh, pretty good decision making. Is not going to be able to hit the Sunstrike. That was rather close to being terrible for them. And Slardar's still able to survive that. He ends up going for the salve. Still stuck at level 2. He's about to get level 3 now, but man, he has really been hurt so far in this early stages.
Yeah, and all the action. It's up top, the bottom lane. MJW and Harima, aka Kataro. Kataro top of the CS, but 300 even ahead of Bisa. 0 contest for him, so Witch Doctor's been kind of roaming around. Excel, nothing that he really needs to do just because there's this even level. Like, what he really gonna do is MJW, like harass him with Trance. Not gonna happen. He's got 3 points into Cleave. That part of the game is over. He's got his creep up, ready to stack his first set of Ancients here, so I think he preps that now.
The one problem that they did have is they brought the Roar is going to go down to Excel.
That's a little bit fortunate.
Oh, he's going to end up maybe walking away from that one. He's alive on nothing, and Maledict Sunstrike dodge is not going to end up going down to it. That was really lucky. Or I guess good, I should say, rather than lucky.
That was perfect. Excel comes in, he tanks that first smoke gank, and they definitely wanted a core. They didn't want the Witch Doctor, right? He wanted either Greedy on the Bat Rider, or he wanted to head up top and further delay Bang on the Slardar. And intercepted by Excel. Things could not even be going better for him right now. Did they end up they even get the stacks. He wasn't phased. He's like, don't worry, you guys are fine, I'm not sending my range creep.
Well, one thing that we did see is that it looked like the Beastmaster was able to block out the Ancients camp for a little bit over there, is either with the Boar or the Hawk. I couldn't see which one it was, but doing a good job of it. So something that's kind of nice about that Beastmaster in that position for is that he can sort of be a little bit more mobile with that Hawk and shut down that farm. But still, Sven is doing a great job as we got the packet loss call. We'll see what happens next from there. The Helm of the Dominator, we haven't seen what he builds into next on the Sven. He is still stuck with the brown boots. I know we've been theory crafting a lot about either Armlet or thinking about going into some of those other bigger items. What's your read right now on the situation? Do they just go like blink on him even?
That might be the play simply because of how far behind Bang is. He's like nothing right now. Level 3.5. Doesn't have his tranquil boots. He actually picked up a belt of strength. So could even end up going back into like the less common treads. So a little bit more damage heavy, but it could also help him catch back up in farm since he doesn't have tranquils, or rather the Iron Talon.
You can see also that they're being much more hesitant about using that purge from Matthew. They know that they need to save that in case an open wounds comes out. So being very, very delicate with their play, and gonna try and finish up a couple of these large creeps here. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's not going terrible. Franz is going to end up looking for a kill over here, and Sven might scout him out. They dropped the ward behind enemy lines, and they're not going to see this, so they're going to have vision on Kataro this whole time. They need to be careful, definitely. Oh, but they scan. They realize that he's there. It's just him, though, so they might feel comfortable going on this. This does mean that the path up here to the top lane is going to be open. They TP in. Oh my god, the Sunstrike's going to come through. Kills off Bang. Might be able to find a little bit more. They do have another cask in 6 seconds, but Excel going to get body blocked as well. There's the open wounds, and now he goes down. Suddenly, 2 heroes dead for InFamous. They thought they could do it, but not there in time.
Yeah, Greedy actually doesn't have the mana. He's got the bottle lasso.
Well, he actually just goes for the Firefly over the top instead, and should be able to be okay. Matthew running away again. They're going to pull forward Bean and trying to kill off Bisa here. He's going to have to rage away, and the chase is going to be there. They get the Nightmare. That's going to be enough to dissuade them from going any further, I think.
So that all starts out just because Harima tries to go for the TP to the top lane, but he gets roared up. He just did it like right in front of Franz, which was kind of hilarious, but now he heads into his stack, and that is 3, yeah. So it's pretty solid. I could see him just going for the Sanjin Yasha as well if he'd like now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be farming, because he'll have his blink. I don't think you really, like, you can't go double blink this early, as he will catch CC&C. Death
Pulling him.
Ward is online.
Oh, the stuns are going to be there. They've got the damage. He's going to go down. Again, the thing that I would worry about if you just go for that sort of natural, normal buildup of the Sven, like we've seen time and again, that you have trouble ending the game sometimes, and then from there, if you're not capable of ending the game, late stages, FDL just does so well against the Sven with all of the heroes that they've got. I'd be really concerned. In the meantime, Beastmaster and Nature's Prophet are going to be able to take down the bottom tier 1 tower, and feeling comfortable. It looks like they're going to try and go for a wraparound. They do have eyes on all of these heroes, and the slow comes out. They're going to be able to break the blink. Oh, excuse me. He's just got Boots of Travel right now. Thought that he had something different. So trying to find it, but not going to be able to catch up to Franz.
Perhaps a bit of a greedy build.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah.
But yeah, that signifies that I don't think they're going to be getting a blink onto Harima, because he's just going to be looking to farm up. There's no initiations coming from the Bat Rider, more of a defensive playstyle. They know the Slider has to catch up too. And so everyone's just going to be chilling for a little while. Not much good giving your Sven a blink in these scenarios. And then, on the other hand, maybe they still want to get aggressive. They're just going to rely on the Sven anyway. I don't feel like his damage output will be high enough, though. Perhaps with the amplified damage, I could be incorrect.
That's the one way. Oracle, the Purge, doing a lot here, and Sand King is just going to walk forward. They bring in a couple more heroes, because guess what? They're going to be able to do this, and taking off that magical damage. He's got the Fate's Edict on him, trying to get the counter initiation. They are going to be able to pull CC&C, but they've already lost one and going to end up losing a second. Matthew getting chased down. Is he going to die here? It doesn't look like it as of yet. They're trying to find that kill. Meanwhile, the Witch Doctor ulti is going on the other side. Franz is going to be able to walk away from it for the moment. The God Strength's already been popped, and it looks like they were able to finally kill off Matthew, that Oracle, but they lost the Invoker for it.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, still ends up being a positive trade for the Dire side. And despite dying 375 gold for your Invoker, so Midas, and about 500 gold by the time he respawns.
Dire's middle tower
Look at
is
this.
under attack.
Do you see this going on over here?
This is a classic.
Oh my god. Alright, they're waiting. They're pump faking the stun. They end up
Oh,
being able to
nice.
push him up to the high ground. Okay. That's a thing. Sunstrike not going to connect. They're going to be able to walk away, but Sven's up here now. He doesn't have a
Take
TP.
that.
Radiant's top tower is under
If
attack.
only they had a vision for another Sunstrike here.
Oh no. Well, I mean, they know where he is. Like, oh, for the Witch Doctor. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
For Excel.
He actually doesn't have mana for a TP either. They've got the
yeah,
Hawk.
even with Treads, he'll be... Oh, there we go. Magic
Nice.
comes over the Arcanes. How disappointing. Well, although he won't be getting his armlet, Beast has got it. He's ready to rock. The Infest Nature's Prophet, perhaps, if they can find something that with his Beastmaster. One thing, they haven't really like been able to take control of this, which you're certainly looking for as a Nature's Prophet and a Beastmaster. I'm kind of surprised there's not like Bisa farming here, Beastmaster down bottom with the Nature's Prophet, and then a support in the lane. Trying to get the most out of this map right now, but perhaps it wouldn't be safe enough in that sort of a setup, so maybe MJW is just going to back himself away here.
Yeah. He's not wanting to get caught out. The amp damage there is going to be forced back. Again, I'm not sure about InFamous's draft just because of the ways in which they're going to have to play here. They're not really going to take objectives super quickly, and as this game goes on, with sort of just relying so heavily on that Sven, like the BKB charges start running down earlier, they're going to have a very specific timing where they have to get a lot done. And if FDL are going to be able to keep them from hitting that timing, this could be a really, really bad game for them. But obviously, they're going to try their very best to make that not happen. I do like the Witch Doctor build, though. He's going for the 3 in Maledict. Like, he just wants to be able to burst somebody down.
Well, Matthew, I don't think he can save himself here.
Yeah, that's...
Smoke, it'll accomplish that kill and probably the tower. They still don't have the Blink Dagger, although it's really close for Greedy. Boots of Travel helping to accelerate that quite a bit as he is second in the overall net worth. But then you look at the following heroes. Sven, Bat, and then again this quad core. I feel like this is every time we see FDL. Is that they do such a great job of spreading the farm, and that's the way they want to play this game. And that's when these smoke ganks are become the most effective at like 12 and 13 minutes, when you just have so much to offer from all your heroes right now that overall teamfight contribution is amazing. Whereas for the side of InFamous, so much has to be done by specifically the Bat and the Sven. Like Slider just not quite a hero until he has that blink with his current items, at least.
Yeah, and you saying that, it totally reminds me of the game that we saw yesterday with Enemy GG when FDL were playing against them, and the Terrorblade pick the first time around, where it felt like, all right, they're going to be able to make something happen with this solo hero, but like in this lineup, you've just got so much single target burst that I feel like InFamous are going to really struggle as this game goes on. They're going to be looking for a play right now as they do have the blink. It's going to get revealed. They pull back Franz, going to do a lot of damage. The Witch Doctor ultimate is available if they want to use it, but saving it for the moment as they might decide to go on to Sand King instead. There's going to be a Flame Break, pushes them a little bit further afoot, and they're not going to be able to get him.
That was a nice little play there, just coming out from the whole group of the smoke there. Because the dire side, we all know, it's so much harder to actually get in here and do these ganks and not have your smoke pop. Because look where you have to walk up and look where people farm, right? Like, you're on these high grounds and you see one hero and that can just bust the whole gank, but they come in and they place the ward up on there, and that allows them to get the quick blink before their smokes are going to be popped, and the free pick. And even though it's just a quote-unquote support, it's worth quite a bit of gold because Franz has just been farming away this whole time.
Yeah, he's definitely has been doing that. I guess the other thing you could say is that from InFamous draft, they can get back and get a lot of farm on these supports if they're able to win these really important team fights, and so far have been able to do it somewhat successfully. Sand King is looking. He's already got a ward, and if they spot out that the Sven is this far forward, they can maybe even think about going on this, but he's going to back out. Meanwhile, the pressure on the top lane. Bang is trying to finish this one off, close to a Blink Dagger himself, and it looks like, yeah, Katariyama realizes there's something going on. He backs.
He would love to get that last hit here, too, for Bang, but will they make the rotation is the question. They can still see them all bottom. They're trying to burst this down and then make their way back up there, so positioning going to be key here from InFamous, and they're just going to sit greedy right on top, actually, with his DD, and that might be enough to stop him. Yeah, that's perfect.
And this is what we were talking about, like, the whole time. You just, at a certain point, you're not going to be able to make sure that that Sven stays alive, and he's going to get killed off sooner or later, so every kill like that is just so detrimental to their lineup. Like, you even got Bisu, who's got his Hand of Midas armlet now, so they've got attack speed. They're going to move into Roshan. I don't think that they really even feel uncomfortable just taking this Aegis away from InFamous and then sitting on it.
Yeah, a little bit of a, no decision, I guess, coming from InFamous, just because, like, Sven gets pushed away from the bot, and they haven't TP'd top yet, and yet he still kind of sticks around inside the jungle to farm. That'll certainly tip off. Yeah, they'll snag up that ward. No big surprise there.
Well, Bang does have his Blink Dagger, so needing to make some plays with this one. They've been able to get themselves a nice amount of space. The 2 blinks are online, and it looks like these Ancients are going to get stacked a 3rd time, so they're really going to need to try and build into something big now for Katariyama, who has his Sanjin Yasha as well as that Helm of the Dominator. Meanwhile, again, FDL, they're feeling comfortable just letting this farm out. They've got the Aegis on the Invoker. They can maybe play aggressive with him if they want, but they're certainly under no pressure.
Yeah, they've only lost 1 tower so far, so it's pretty difficult for InFamous to actually get stuff done if they want to be the aggressors, but they're going to try now with the smoke. And there's just no one here. They have a scan if they want to throw one out and maybe let that decide their path, but they're just going to go blind here.
I like the play. I mean, you got to make something happen. It's just a little unfortunate they're not going to be able to find anybody. And FDL just, again, doing a great job of reading the situation. They know exactly what's going on right here. They might be able to find Bisa. If they could get that kill, this would be huge. Looking for the catch. Are going to be able to pull him back in. There's going to be the amp damage. The crush is there as well, and going to be able to find it, and that's a kill. Much needed for InFamous, and that's going to do a lot for them as they're going to be able to take the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, best possible target without question, right? Have the Aegis on the Invoker, and there's your. He's also just the highest net worth too there for Bisa, so couldn't have gone much better for them. And now after that SMY, we can have the blink come out, so a little bit more initiation, and that's gonna be triple blink. Now that's pretty scary. They're a real brawler lineup right now from the side of InFamous.
This is getting close to that timing where they're going to be almost the strongest. It would have been really nice for them to be able to get
this ward. They're not going to see this coming.
Oh, Alacrity already up. They're looking for the roar. Are going to be able to drop it now and actually going to end up being stunned for the moment. Oracle pops right at the start of this one. The Witch Doctor ultimate on his Sand King. He's dropping low. Is going to fall, and they've also been able to throw the Sprout. Franz still taking a lot of this damage. Katariyama trying to run away. He is going to end up being able to turn back around onto this if he wants, but no, it looks like they're just going to have to dissuade and head out of there. Still a lot of damage onto CC&C. He is burning, but not going to die. Sunstrike? Anywhere? They found a kill? My god,
nice.
Excel! What a player. They
Oh,
push
oh.
back and are going to be able to walk away from that one.
That was close. Oh, are they gonna go for it? They're going for it.
Oh my
They're
god.
looking for it. Where do we go? Oh shit, where is he?
The
There
infest
he
bomb.
is! Get him!
He's healing back up. They are going to bring in a couple more heroes. This might have been a bit too greedy as they do
they have
have
the
that
lasso.
flaming lasso. Okay, yeah, that's scary. Sunstrike not going to hit. And it looks like with that, they're going to maybe even think about trying to take this Ancients, but not going to happen. That was still, I think, pretty okay for InFamous.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too. Like the way MGW did that, where he TP'd in the middle of those trees, so they wouldn't see the little things popping up. That would have been pretty dope if it actually worked out.
Well,
But yeah, big push. Just one single pick off on the Lifestealer, you can see how much they get done. It's not just massive pushing power on the side of FDL. They do okay for themselves with the Sven on the side of the Radiant, though. Although it's pretty difficult to compete with Nature's Prophet and Beastmaster, of course, and you know, Quas Sword Invoker too.
I'm looking right now. They're going to be able to pull back Bisa. They've got the amp damage. The right clicks are there. This is the timing they really need to hit. And they've been able to do a great job at it. On the other side, they actually pull him inside the Sprout. Do they have a stun? Gonna end up dropping it, and this is gonna be MJW going down again. Possibly the Crush. Now they find him. And this is that timing that they needed to hit. FDL need to find a way to sort of stem the bleeding, and if they're able to hold out for a little while longer, keep these tier 2s alive, try and get the split push game going, I think that they're gonna be okay. It's just right now is when InFamous are strongest.
You seen these lines on the map?
Yeah.
MJW is just like, bottom, push, bottom, go. Get that creep out of there now. We'll come back, we're going to defend. It's going to be fine. Well, Necro 3s for Franz, that should certainly help the situation. It comes to these little battles here. And Creeper coming in, it's not going to give any info yet, though. They're not high ground, no one feels pressure to come back, except for Greedy, but he's got the bots, right?
Yeah, he
So-
can just push that out and he'll be fine. I mean, you look at it too, they've got Force up on him, so pulling somebody very quickly back. They're actually going to pull everybody back and farm out for the Sven on the way out the door. Oh my god, he's going into AC next. What a beast. He realizes at this stage that if he dies, it's almost... I don't know. I think that there's a sort of a point here where, like, you think about maybe even trying to build into the BKB instead of into that AC if that's what he's going for. Or maybe it's Moonshard. I don't know. What do you like here?
I kind of like the Moonshard.
Yeah.
Just because he has a Witch Doctor, he has an Oracle, they're hitting this timing, they want to take out the rest of these towers. I would be okay with the Moonshard. I've seen a couple teams do it, and it's like exact situation, specifically South American teams, as well as a couple Chinese players favoring that. And he's got Ice Armor. Who needs an AC? Give me that damage, you know? Let's go.
Ooh, that was greedy. Oh god, they have the courier. Yeah.
Look at the value on that thing, man. Double energy booster.
They gotta be careful. Oh my
Big
god,
blue
Bang.
balls.
He realizes this is not the place you want to be. That was a little bit scary, and now maybe a bit too far. They need to back the heck out of there. That is... Oh my god. Yeah, they can't fight into that type of vision advantage. And I think FDL has sort of found their footing at this point and are going to try and go again for pressuring down these towers, taking objectives, making sure that InFamous can't hit this really strong timing they've got.
MGW. He's in trouble in the river. Ooh, one last hit. Down he goes.
Sven does not actually have TP. He is not going to be there for this push. If they're able to
They're
hold it
still
out...
going in. Oh, what a Fiend's Grip.
Oh,
Stanking
nice play.
Dota.
Greedy
Easy.
goes down.
That wasn't even high ground vision, I don't think. It was kind of hard to tell. I don't think he had it because the creeps were here.
Well, lost the tier 3 tower. They've got Alacrity on Bean. If they want to go for this, they could try and follow it up, but yeah, this is too much. Oh my god, he is so far forward. What is he doing? There's going to be the open wounds. They've got the cold snap. It's going to start to hit onto him, and they have to pop the Oracle ulti. There's the Meteor dropped as well. Nightmare's already there, and there's the blink away. Meanwhile, looking for a bit more. Can they find the crush? They are going to be able to do it. CC&T taking a lot of damage. It's going to end up falling, and also Bean dropping low. They were able to heal through that one on the Sven with all of the damage coming out, and now trying to find the secondary one. The huge Infest comes out. They're going to be fine for the moment, and now I think with the roar down as well, this is going to end up possibly being a kill. Can they get him out of there? The stun onto Beam, it's not going to be enough. 4 are dead, and we knew it was going to eventually come about. InFamous looking shaken.
Yeah, he's also going for the safe build of the AC. How disappointing. No. It's actually definitely the more standard one in this situation, but big win for FDL. They don't end up getting a rack, so that's pretty important. The total buybacks, there was the Witch Doctor. Was there the Bat Rider 2?
I don't think so. He did
Oh,
not. He's
I can just click the old buyback key. Yeah, so it was just a Witch Doctor. Fabulous.
well, Beastmaster now picks up that Blink Dagger, and we talked about the quad core that could come out. The Nature's Prophet hasn't had the easiest time of it so far, but he does have still the phase boots, drums, as well as that mechanism. So they're getting there. Now the Maelstrom finished as well. Like, taking those objectives really helps out a bit more of that farm. I want to see what InFamous go for here, because they can't really take their foot off the gas, unfortunately. It feels like as this game goes later and later, it tends to favor FDL more.
Yeah, considering the cores they have, right? Like, they're just topping these charts right now. Slider is so far behind that he can't keep pace. He's gone for the max utility build. Blink the Force Staff. No other real items. Probably just going to be the BKB if he manages to get anything else in this game. Stanking is roaming around trying to set something up here. His continuous lockdown is ridiculous, right? Solo hero can be a full 9 seconds.
Yeah, that's pretty absurd if you're capable of getting it. And, of course, that allows the rest of your team to get into position. And
actually, you can Nightmare for 7. And then you
God.
can Fiend's Grip for 5, so that's 12. And then your Nightmare's back off cooldown.
oh, jeez.
So we get into, like, 19. It comes down to around 19 just because, like, the little... there's like a second in between, but we'll give him the full. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like it.
I mean, the other thing, though, you do need to be concerned about there is that you can purge off the Nightmare with the Oracle Q, so that's not the worst thing in the world, but God, Bang is just always so far forward. He keeps on trying to find these pickoffs, but even though the rest of them are Blink heroes, they need to be together a little bit more. Like, if you think about that previous engagement, how it all started, it was him trying to jump in and find a catch over by the cliff, and it was all warded up, and because of that, the rest of his team just couldn't follow up in time.
These damn Hawks. Oh, yo, they're doing it. He's in the Hawk.
Oh my God, where is he?
Right here.
Dire's
Visa.
middle tower is under attack.
Floating around here. They saw 5 mid, so they were kind of thinking about sending them in, I think. A little bit of an aerial assault here. Go drop the old Nake's bomb.
How does Lifestealer get into this? This thing is tiny. This is silliness.
It's like Santa Claus, dude. Like coming down the chimney. It's the same idea.
Oh my God, they're actually going to do it. They're going to find Excel. He's going to think,
They
all right,
have
I'm just going to
bots?
kill off the Hawk. There's the TP boots in as well. He 4 steps away. They get the Oracle ulti off, and now I'm not sure if this is actually going to end up favoring them. They are going to be able to
too
catch so
cheesy?
much damage. Fox is going to drop, and now also looking for a bit more. They've sprouted up the Sven, immediately taken off by the Bat Rider. There's the Nightmare, though. They need to take it off of him, and Sand King is going to be able to TP away from that one. Really well played. Still chasing down MJW. Sven does a lot of damage, and they're going to bring him down as well. The AC completed. Oh my God, that was not the way it needed to go.
Too cheesy. Not good. A little havarded.
Oh God, MotPax.
Nailed it. Got it. Took me that whole team fight to come up with that. It wasn't even that good.
It was great. I loved it.
I do what I can. I also just realized I don't know that many types of cheese. It's kind of an issue. But that's okay. They're going to get the Roshan. A little bit of AC work helping this out here. Minus Armor coming out from the Slider too. Easy game. Easy Dotka. And that is going to be... Oh, man. Aether Lens up for a Witch Doctor. I love that item on this hero. It's so good.
Dire's bottom
Aether Lens also on the Bat Rider at this point. Aether Lens on the Oracle. It's just Aether gaming. And as I'm looking at this, again, the damage that comes out from the Sven, they've really built well around him. And at this point, like, if he wants to, he could go back for a BKB and just end the game. This is normally the timing where, like, you would have to rush a BKB early, but him holding off on building into that, and the fact that they've still been able to take these team fights just so effectively, InFamous are in a great position. I'm really surprised by how well they've been able to make this work, and I'm not sure if it's more on emphasis or it's more on FDL, that maybe a couple of the plays that were a little bit too grandiose, but now they're going to jump forward, catch on the Stand King, and they're just going to be able to cleave him to death. My God! Oh, no.
Radiant's middle
And suddenly you're building, so it's a little bit of a base race here.
Um,
Tower goes down, one on each side. The ranged racks dropping low.
They're going back for this. They're going to end up flame breaking away. They pull back
Tarima,
Bisa.
though.
They're also going to crutch, but honestly, you don't have the Sven here for the rest of the damage. Is he going to end up TPing back? It doesn't look like it. They just want to take the team fight without him because guess what? He already took a whole lane of barracks. Bang is going to chase, hit their roar, turn around, and they're going to be able to find the kill. He doesn't have the tier 2 towers of the rest of them, and now Excel is getting chased down. What is this? No
Christ, the
TP.
Aegis.
Oh no, and Greedy is gonna maybe end up dropping here. He does end up falling. Oh, Sven is angry. He wants to come in and jump on them, but Franz maybe gonna be able to go down. They break the TP, the blink. He's not gonna be able to chase.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh, crush.
Bang, bang, run. Don't lose your buyback.
There's gonna be the jump, and I mean they do end up trading one barracks for one barracks. So at the end of the day, it's still okay. But that was a buyback on the Slardar.
That's so depressing when you're something like this, Sven. You get the Aegis, like, all right, team, let's do it. Great play by FDL. And that's something we've seen consistently from them. I feel like in a lot of their wins, we talked about how they had great game decisions. That when it came down to those later game scenarios and as well as like moving around the map, every time they seem to be able to abuse teams that I wouldn't even call it making a mistake. You're almost playing like normal Dota, but FDL are able to just kind of YOLO. Like they make this decision that could really backfire on them if it doesn't come out very well, but every time they execute it properly. And they're able to take these big trades. Like remember, I believe it was FDL that game where they were way behind, but they kept trading towers every single time to keep themselves at pace and managed to bring it back because of that. And doing here once again, that rack situation, just reading the no TP. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it was really good decision making all around, and you know, the more that I think about it now, the Sven ends up going back for the Daedalus. I guess it makes sense that if the BKB isn't going to help you that much anyways, just don't get it. Just get damage. All you need to do is find a pickoff, and it's almost immediately going to be able to find the kill. So he drops his Helm of the Dominator and is going to instead take the Daedalus for himself. This is YOLO. Like, he's talking about it from them. He's got the Aegis, I guess, but my God.
Well, where's Bat? Greedy? Hello? He's got the bots. Alright, we're good. We're good. He's a little bit away in his own. Come on. Oh, if they manage to get Harima right now.
I mean, they've got
With
Aegis.
the backstab, Franz. He's got the Nyx inside. Bringing MJW too, it seems.
Oh, they're looking, but they're actually going to be able to
Fights
break the
happening.
blink. He jumps forward. They're going to be able to control CCNC. He just drops. The crit comes through, and Stan King going to be able to hold him in place. That might be Aegis down. They're able to break it. Now Stan King going to fall. Barely alive, 45 HP, but he's still doing 1,010,000,000 damage.
triple.
Jumps in. Oh, the Aegis. They had to buy back on the Invoker. He needs to blink out right the heck away, but instead it's just going to end up being controlled. The Force Staff, Infamous Bang gets the crush. He's still so slow and just trying to find a kill. Triple kill on the Lifestealer. They're going to be able to kill him off. Batrider trying to finish. Oh, can they kill off CCNC? No, he's going to end up going down.
Well, that is scary, but all dead. Pings come out from MJW saying we saved the base. I'm going to assume that's what they are at the very least.
Oh my God. This game is ridiculous.
That was
And
sick. Like, Franz made the play that was necessary. Comes in the back lines, him and Bisa as well, and they just blow up the Oracle. And that is so crucial to their strategy now with the Sven. Right? Not going for that BKB. He needs the false promise, even with the Aegis. You're just not going to get enough done. Like, that is, what is it, 6 seconds or something? It's like total free reign. It's 8 seconds right now at the second point into it. And you can't do anything, right? Yeah, it's so good with Aegis, too. Oh, like, you can take infinite damage. You don't have to heal them, and he's still going to come back. Oh. I'm just like so impressed by Franz and Bisa
yeah.
taking care of Matthew like that.
It was really good decision making, and you know, you think about that fight going so much differently if Oracle's able to get that off, or he's possible of, you know, getting the Fate's Edict onto the Lifestealer after the Rage comes, so he's just not able to right click. There's just so much that he brings to the table. And I guess the other thing that you can mention is the Batrider. He went for the Firefly first, and that was almost able to break the Blink Dagger that was going to come out from the Beastmaster. But Franz spotted that the Firefly was there on the ground, and he was able to jump before he walked into it, which was really close. And Again, just really great plays all around, though. Every little detail executed extremely well by both teams, and that time around, FDL came out on top, and I think it just sort of harkens back to their style of draft. They're going to run right into Franz, might be able to find the catch. Can they get the kill? They're going to jump forward. Stun needs to come out, but they end up being able to break the blink, and there's going to be the Nightmare down. Sunstrike comes through as well, trying to find Stan King. The Fiend's Grip is there as well. The rest of his team is not there. Harima, he's left completely alone. They're trying to flame break him. They don't get anything off, and Matthew wasn't able to be there in time. All of a sudden, you've got this huge explosion of damage that's coming out from FDL. They're looking to try and bring down Bang. They lift up the Bat Rider with the Tornado. Meatball comes through. Nice Force Staff away. The Deafening Blast not going to connect, and it looks like for the moment Bang is going to be alive, but they need to get the heck out of here. This is such a scary situation. Dodges the Wild Axes. They killed over there the Witch Doctor who was up on the high ground. Oh, no. FDL doing a great job throughout that team fight.
Yeah, again, just trying to cement themselves a little bit of a lead because previous to that fight, we were actually right back down to 0. These two teams never differentiating more than 5K. It's been a little bit of a topsy-turvy one here, but FDL have cemented it for now, and you gotta buy back, right? I mean, it's 30 seconds. Can't give up 2 lanes.
Yeah, you really do. Oh, gonna be able to pull
Anytime now?
Nature's Prophet. There's the buyback on Sven, and they might try and get a little bit more. Stan King, oh, he's nightmared. They're trying to slow them down. Gonna break the blinks if possible. Greedy, they're actually gonna jump on top of Bisa, but they don't have enough damage. The Roar, he's gonna end up dropping Sven a dieback here. 34 minutes in, and it looks like FDL might have what it takes to bring this one down. 4 are dead. Good game ends up getting called. And we talked about it. The answers for the Sven, just inherent in the FDL draft. They did a fabulous job.
Yeah, that big moment where InFamous started to come back and build that big 5K lead, it was all because of good team fights and excellent, like, in-fight coordination, because that's what you need when you have this dual core, right? Like, if you don't get your spells off as the Oracle and the Witch Doctor, and you don't have the proper positioning, you don't have the items to kind of, like, back up your mistakes, you know? There's no blinks, there's no force staffs, there's no glimmers. Well, I guess they had the blink force staffs eventually near the end, but during that state, when they're building up, it was really good. It was well done, and that allowed Harima to really shine. No BKB required, Daedalus, SMY, AC, thumbs up, but those last couple fights, the Oracle was never close enough to the Sven despite the Aether Lens, and a really good job again by FDL of just always focusing him down first, because if you don't, it's just like, you know, every single healer that you're ever going to see in Dota, right? Kill them first, so that's going to be a hell of a lot easier to get the big guy.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to see if this time around InFamous are going to be able to bring it back. FDL versus InFamous. It's here, Summit 5 at North American Qualifiers. Game 2 are just going to be coming up in a second. Again, follow us on Twitter if you feel so inclined, at Lyrical Dota, at MotPax, and more importantly, at Beyond the Summit, the tournament that we're going to be casting for you all. See you in a second.